Hello, everyone. I kicked the I almost said I kicked the computer. I'm in boy mode today for pink boy mode today. I decided it's okay to be on cam, less glam, and to do, because I wanted to do these like morning sessions with you. But I have pink on salmon, and I just did my workout, tan workout shorts, and coffee. I'm going to catch you up on everything in the Jeffrey universe today and just spend some time with you today. What a time to be alive. Huh? It's good to see you. Hi. It's really wonderful to have community with you. I did a long form about anxiety that was incredibly popular. I did a YouTube about anxiety that was incredibly popular, and I have some of your responses from the community, and I'm going to go through and tell you how wonderful you are. And I'm going to catch you up on everything. So to start, I can't tell you anything about that Kickstarter from a while ago, but I will tell you exciting things are happening. And that's all you need to know. If you contributed to the Kickstarter, you get, periodic messages about what's happening. But know that that is in the universe. The pipeline is going. We are having a good time, and we are really, really, really smoking and having a lot of, we're smoking hot. We're having a lot of momentum. I hope you're feeling well today and that you're taking good care of yourself. I just, you know me. To do this work is the gorgeousness of my life, the big, vulnerable mission of my life. I'm so happy to be doing this work, and I couldn't do the work without you. So that's one thing. The coaching is going great, and those of you that know me for almost 7 years, I've coached people, and I'm in this new era where the coaching is based on Take Your Own Advice, my book that is a little off camera in the background. And we're going to have, we've crafted this entire program from scratch of a 3-month reset for people to coach one-on-one with me and have their lives entirely changed. So very fun work that I get to do. And if you ever, I'm about to read you some emails from my YouTube video. And if you ever wanted, you felt like the email wasn't an appropriate place for something, and you didn't want to leave, a comment on a public YouTube comment for me about the video, then you can join the membership program, which is $17 a month and is on the website right now. But this video, I had no idea would be so helpful to people. And it was based on my Buddhist training, based on my time at the monastery, based on my own relationship with anxiety, and finding the time coming through to a place where I had changed my relationship with anxiety completely, coming through to a place where I had begun to view anxiety as completely different. So to catch you up, what if your anxiety, the whole video, and you can go and watch it, the whole video was exploring, should I put those long forms on here? I'm going to post this video to YouTube too. Should I put those long forms on the other platforms? I'll think about it. But this video, if you want to go to YouTube and watch it, was what if anxiety was not something wrong with you? Shocking. My work would convince you of that. But also, what if it was your body trying to tell you something? Trying to give you a message? What would the message be? And we explored, a step-by-step process to change your relationship, your acceptance of your own anxiety. And again, based on my time at the monastery, my Zen Buddhist training. So, email number 1, you can see my assistant, Nicholas, if you've done the workshops. If you've done the workshops with me, you know that Nicholas is a beautiful part of the community. Nicholas pulled these out of the inbox. Subject line. You said exactly what I needed to hear. Dear Jeffrey. It actually just says Jeffrey, no dear. Jeffrey, that video about anxiety felt like you were speaking directly to me. I've never heard anyone describe that feeling in such a calm, non-judgmental way. You made it feel manageable instead of shameful. And I saved it to my watch later. That was someone from New Jersey. The thing about anxiety is that we all have it. And some people push through it. Some people ignore it. And some people live in fear of it. But sometimes you can change your relationship with it. And I'm not saying you need to be like, oh, it's a gift from heaven, and I love being anxious now. This is not toxic positivity. It is, in a sense, being crystal clear that it's okay to be anxious, and that opens the door to see clearly about what you'd like to do next. So the fact that it spoke to something deep in you, I'm not surprised, because anxiety is a huge issue for so many people. And especially, I don't mind saying, I magnetize those folks because I grew up on red alert my entire childhood. Subject line, finally, someone gets it. Did you really send these? That's funny. Oh, this person says, I didn't know I was anxious. I just thought I was bad at life. Watching your video made me cry in the best way. I paused halfway through. You all are so cute. I paused halfway through just to breathe for the first time all day. Please keep making videos like this. The world needs it. That's from initials BT. Dear my cute dog from my neighbor. It's a beautiful, like, spotted dog with gray, like, salt and pepper, but not a senior dog. It's like, looks like a wolf. Subject line, I shared this with my team at work. Hi, Jeffrey, I'm a manager and I quietly struggle with anxiety without telling my coworkers, the people on my team. Your video gave me language to talk about it without feeling weak. I ended up, we got to pause there. So part of the lie that anxiety tells people is that it makes them weak, that it makes them into a terrible, horrible person. And it makes them unlovable. Like, if you feel anxiety, something really must be wrong, and everyone's going to leave you, and you're going to end up alone on the street. Alone and dead in the gutter is what it is. And not true. And being able to talk about it and feel good about it is your destiny, is your birthright. Without feeling weak, I ended up sharing it with my whole team because it felt like something we all needed. And this person says what kind of work they do. And thank you for being real, this person says. And that person's in San Francisco. And there are a couple of more hesitant ones, which I want to get to from the community. You're okay. You're okay. You're going to be okay. In this day and age, in this time, it is hard to... This is why I want to have these morning sessions with you. It's like just hanging around with friends, right? We need that social connection as human beings. we need to be around people who love us and care about us. And the internet sort of thrives on news and politics as a, mill for content, which is fine that that content goes viral. And I am an influencer. I get it. I'm also, a Zen Buddhist. I'm also best-selling author and all that. But I'm an influencer. I get chasing the algorithm or whatever. But so much of the algorithm is like you have to have fresh content that feels relevant, and that just is news for most people. But for me, I'm leaning toward it being love and kindness amongst people, amongst us. So some hesitant responses, and I've not read these ahead of time. Subject, is it really anxiety though? I appreciate your video, but I'm wondering, how do you know if it's actually anxiety and not just being overwhelmed or tired? I feel like that line is blurry sometimes. Would love if you made a follow-up about how to tell the difference. Well, and this person is no city indicated. It's hard to tell the difference because words are relatively meaningless, and I am not dissing the English language. I'm not dissing being able to talk to each other. I'm not dissing therapy, labels. The reason that non-binary felt like such a breath of fresh air to me was because it's the label that's most like no label. And I was like, oh, it doesn't really have a definition. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting to somewhere I feel, right, deep in my bones. And calling something anxiety is helpful to the extent that we can heal with it. But if you don't find it helpful, don't call it that. I keep kicking the camera. If you don't, because I'm, dramatic. If you don't feel that the labels are helpful, then don't use them. Like, I don't feel the label man is helpful, so I don't use it, right? But things of the mental health space, right? You can call it tired if that helps you heal with it. You can call it overwhelmed if that helps you heal with it. And the video happened to be about anxiety because that's a label that lots of people use. And actually, if people coach with me, we break down the difference between the label and the story and the feelings and the energy and the movement. We break down all the parts together so that you actually have some clarity about picking and choosing what most supports you and makes you feel mentally healthy and soul healthy. And, felt a bit too soft, ? That's the subject of a different one. Hey, Jeffrey, I really admire your kindness, but I sometimes wonder if these messages are a little too gentle. Like, don't we also need a push to get out of the anxiety loop? I'm curious how you balance compassion with forward motion, not trying to be rude, genuinely asking. Yes, sometimes people need a push, and if I'm working with someone one-on-one, they would look to me to hold them accountable. But, social media isn't always that place, especially because everything is just so terrible trash in the world. And I don't need to contribute to that. I don't feel like I always need to contribute to that. But also, what is the possibility that you could be 100% kind to yourself and see what happens? So if we're just talking about an internal process, don't I need a push? As an internal process, well, for a day, live with 0 pushes and see what happens. We can't do it because the push is so addictive, right? Doesn't that make you curious? Doesn't that make you curious? And so if someone says to me, like, sometimes your messages are too gentle, shouldn't you be pushing us out of anxiety? I actually have a whole I actually have a whole host of things that I can and do. Like charm, humor, calling out things I see in like a comedian kind of way. I have ways to cut through the loop that are more kind oriented. And I generally lean toward those as opposed to, you know what you should do? Stop it. Although, the judge duty can come out. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Okay, another unsure one. This is our last one for today. Subject, thanks, but it didn't fully land for me. And I actually love these from you all. I watched your anxiety video, and while I appreciate the tone, I found myself thinking, okay, but what do I do with this? Maybe that's not what the video was for, but I'd love something more actionable next time. Just my 2 cents. That's from AP. What I love about you all in this community is a real firm message here, and then just my 2 cents with an exclamation mark. You don't have to feel you don't have to feel that you have to use exclamation marks with me, but I love you all so much. This is the essence of the work. You realize that's a capitalism thing. Productivity. What do I do with this? And if I recall, because I always do try to do it, there were actionable steps in there somewhere, but that's not even the point. Sometimes instead of what do I do with this, we need to ask, how can I be with this? I'll say that again. Instead of what do I do with this, we need to be asking, how can I be with this? Because the idea that you need to conquer it, do it, get over it, productive, journal, self-help your way, right? This is why people get to a point of burnout and collapse and just run to their coping behaviors. Ooh, maybe I'm not always gentle. This is why I contain multitudes. This is why people get to their, I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but the chronically watching Netflix, the chronically eating sugar, the coping behaviors, yelling at your partner, etc. You're not bad for doing any of those things, but sometimes we have a hand in setting ourselves up, and the pressure builds so intensely that we collapse into coping behaviors. And we can undo some of the pressure as it's building if we have a beautiful coach we love working with, and if we have the wherewithal to watch and make different choices and wiggle our way out. You want to take that with you? That was our last message for the day, our last email that I got about the anxiety video. And I also have the team, not I, because of hateful people, not I, but the team reads responses to the newsletter. So I have an email newsletter where I send out thoughts like this, and you can enjoy writing back to the team through the newsletter. You just hit reply and it comes on back. I'm one of the few newsletters that doesn't have like a no-reply at jeffreymarsh.com. It's a real address and it goes to the team and we read the responses. So you can get to the team and get, you can also email us through the form on the website and I love these responses and I love going over them with you because this is a beautiful community. And can I tell you, just at the end here, I don't know why in my mind I'm like, these videos are about 20 minutes long, so we're gonna stick to that. But let me tell you that being in this community and serving this community is really great. I've run into a lot of influencers. I don't know if I should say this. I've run into a lot of influencers who dislike the people they serve. And they are in a job where they are serving and interacting with people that they just do not love to serve. And so as contrast with me, I love you all. I love serving you. You know, the right wing, they're a part of my job and I don't like it. I do everything I can to not be around them. Obviously filter them all out and all of that sort of stuff. And you are just stellar. I'm always making the videos for you. I'm doing the work for you. Take a deep breath in and appreciate that you're great. That I like you, that I'm glad you're here, that I love seeing you and doing videos and having a great time. You know I'm still non-binary even without makeup on, right? You figured that out, right? I could really joke. You know trans people are real, right? The really funny thing is, like, hateful people will take anything you say. Anyway, they'll just clip out anything you say. Anyway, if they think they can make money off of it, but that's a video for a different day. I love you all. I want you to take good care. I really just want to stay on with you because it feels so great. But we've got work to do. I got to write another newsletter. I got to film some more content. And I really think you're wonderful. Take good care. Mwah.